Hello students. Today I am going to make you understand about excretion and the types of excretion. Excretion is the process by which toxic substances are eliminated out from our body. In my last video I have made you understand about the excretory system. There is a question, how do these excretory materials come in our body? These all are because of the process of metabolism. What do we mean by metabolism? Metabolism is all kind of chemical reactions takes place in our body for the maintenance of living cells or an organism. It is of two types. This metabolism is of two types, catabolism and anabolism. What do we mean by catabolism? Breaking of substances to obtain energy. Breaking of substances to get energy. In case of higher animals like human beings, we break all those organic substances by the process of digestion in digestive system and we get energy. Like that only anabolism is there. In this, all kind of components are synthesized for making organic substances to obtain energy. In case of green plants, what they do? They synthesize the raw materials, CO2, water in the presence of chlorophyll and sunlight. These all components are synthesized, and what do they prepare? They prepare an organic substance known as glucose. For what purpose they do so? They do so for getting energy. So while making or while getting this energy at the time of breaking of substances or the synthesization of all components, some toxic substances are also formed. And these toxic substances must be eliminated out through our body, otherwise there may be some problem created in our body. So what are these toxic substances? You know, living organisms, they produce different types of waste material by these metabolism. Different types of waste material. Like at the time of respiration, what we do? We synthesize sugar. We synthesize sugar into simpler components, simpler form. And at the same time, we form some nitrogenous waste also. When this sugar is burned, in the presence of oxygen, then some nitrogenous waste also occurs. These should be eliminated out. Like that only breaking of protein. When we take protein and when this protein is broken by the process of metabolism, then nitrogenous wastes are produced. And these nitrogenous substances are very much toxic. And these toxic substances must be eliminated out from our body. When catabolism is done with lipid means fat. When the lipid is catabolized or broken, then what happens? They also produce some unwanted substances, and if these unwanted substances will not be eliminated out, then we may face different types of problems. So to remove these toxic substances and some gases, this excretory system is there. This excretory system is there. There are types of excretion on the basis of nitrogenous waste. On the basis of nitrogenous waste, there are types of substances. What do we mean by basis of nitrogenous waste? Actually, nitrogenous wastes are not only of one kind. Not only of one kind. They may be in the form of ammonia. And you know, this is the most toxic substance, very much toxic. It may be urea. These toxic substances may be in the form of urea. It is lesser than ammonia. It is toxic but lesser than ammonia. And then uric acid. This is lesser than urea. So this ammonia is the most toxic substance, which is the nitrogenous waste. So on the basis of nitrogenous waste, there are three types of animals. On the basis of this nitrogenous waste, there are three types of animals. Those who eliminate nitrogenous waste in the form of ammonia, They are called ammonotelic. They are what called? Ammonotelic. They are called ammonotelic animals. And those who eliminate nitrogenous waste in the form of urea, they are called ureotelic animals. And there are some who remove or who eliminate nitrogenous waste or the toxic substances in the form of uric acid. They are what called uricotelic. What they are called? Uricotelic animals. What they are called? Uricotelic animals. And this process is what called? Ammoniotelicism, ureotelicism and uricotelism. The process is called ammoniotelicism, ureotelicism and uricotelism. And the animals who are involved in this process, they are called ammoniotelic, ureotelic and uricotelic animals. Who are these ammoniotelic animals? They are aquatic animals. They are what? Aquatic animals. As I have told you, by the process of catabolism, when the protein is broken, what do they get? Ammonia. And you know, this ammonia is highly soluble in water. This ammonia is highly soluble in water. At the same time, for elimination, they need lots of water. So, these are mostly done by aquatic animals, because aquatic animals are surrounded by water. So, how much water is eliminated out from their body, they can absorb from their surrounding. So, what they do, they release water with ammonia and they take water from their surrounding. Who are those animals? They are aquatic animals. What type of aquatic animals they are? They are like fish, bony fishes. They are aquatic amphibians like salamander. You must have heard about two types of fishes are there. So bony fishes are salamanders, that aquatic amphibian. Salamander is what called? Aquatic amphibian. So they are ammoniotelic animals. Now we have to go through ureotelic animals. Ureotelic animals. The type is ureotelic. Ureotelic means what? Removal of toxic substances in the form of urea. So what type of animals are involved in this? We, higher animals, mammals, even human beings are also involved in ureotelism. Removal of urea. Why? Because we don't need much water or that much of water, how much ammoniotelic animals they need to remove their nitrogenous waste. So we need only small amount of water and we remove this urea in the form of urine. We remove this urea in the form of urine. You know, when this protein is catabolized, then again ammonia is formed. But in our body, this ammonia combines with carbon dioxide. This ammonia combines with carbon dioxide, and what do they form? They form urea, which is less toxic than ammonia. And this urea is eliminated out with a small quantity of water in the form of urine. In mammals and higher animals. Now what is the third type of excretion? The third type of excretion is uricotelic. Uricotelic means those animals who remove or who eliminate nitrogenous waste in the form of uric acid. They need very less amount of water to remove this uric acid, and they are called uricotelic animals. So who are they? And these uric acid is much more lesser, or you can say very less toxic than ammonia. So they are removed with the help of small quantity of water, and it is very less toxic substance. So who are those who are involved in this? These excretion is done by birds. They are done by reptiles. This is what done by insects, done by birds, reptiles. These animals are there, they release or they remove nitrogenous waste in the form of uric acid from their body with very small quantity of water. And even in this only you can say insects, snails, you may have heard about snails. These all animals are involved and they are what called, they are called uricotelic animals, and this process is called uricotelism. What is this process known as? Uricotelism. So what I made you understand today, I told you that excretion and the types of excretion. Excretory substances comes in your body because of metabolism. Two types of metabolism is there, catabolism and anabolism. On the basis of nitrogenous waste, animals are categorized into three types: ammoniotelic, ureotelic and uricotelic. So I hope you people must have understood this whole process of excretion and the types of excretion. Thank you all of you. If you like, please subscribe this and wait for the next video.